Patrice Evra once said, watching Arsenal is like watching Netflix. You always have to wait for the next season.
Watching Arsenal is watching Netflix, you know. You always wait for the next season. And trust me, every season is going to be like that. So don't even get involved, Joe. You know, I'm like really nice, peaceful. Of course, you know, United right now is a disaster. But please don't speak about Arsenal because now you're going to cry what? For the referee? Come on.
At the time, it sounded like a joke, a funny dig, a bit of banter.
Edison invented the light bulb. Today I want to see a team that is connected, because a bulb by himself is nothing. I want to see a team that is connected with each other and that shines. And you want to transmit to him.
But right now, it feels more like a prophecy, because what we are witnessing is not just a bad run of form. It's a pattern, a cycle, and the scary part, it keeps repeating itself. Let's rewind. Go back to February. Arsenal weren't just good. They were terrifying. They were dominating games, controlling possession, scoring freely. Everything about them screamed champions. Pundits were saying it.
Yeah, I was there watching it, and they were very, very impressive, I have to say. It's a long time since I've seen Arsenal live.
Yeah.
And they're the real deal. I mean,
Arsenal have now arrived at a point where all the questions that have been like, their squad is good enough to win this league. The centre forward, I think he probably will be a prolific. I think he will score goals. He reminds me a lot of Diego Costa in that sort of mould where he drives centre-backs mad.
Fans were believing it. Even rival supporters had accepted it.
Arsenal just won the league. I predicted they'd win the league before a ball was kicked. I'm entitled to my opinion. It's over. That league title is done. And we'll talk about whether they're the worst Premier League title winners ever and whether garbage football like that should win the league. I think that's ridiculous, by the way. But tonight has been massively significant in this title race.
This was Arsenal's year. Many people were calling them the best team in Europe.
Yes, first of all, congratulations to Arsenal. Deserved win today. So today, I have to say we have to accept that the better team won this game. Of course, we were also realistic before. We faced today the best side currently in Europe. There are reasons why this team is sitting top of the table in the Premier League, why this team is the best team currently in Europe, 8 wins out of 8 Champions League.
And honestly, it wasn't crazy, because at that point, they weren't just leading the Premier League. They were setting the pace, setting the standard, and then came the boldest dream of all. The quadruple.
I do think Arsenal can win the quadruple because I'm asking myself, who's going to beat us? Who in world football? Who in world? I'm serious. Who in world football right now is going to beat us? We are the best squad. We are the best squad assembled in the history of world club football.
The league, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and Champions League. It felt possible. Everything was aligned. Momentum, confidence, belief. Arsenal weren't chasing history, they were writing it. But football doesn't care about momentum. It doesn't care about hype, and it definitely doesn't care about your script. Because this didn't collapse overnight, it started small. Almost invisible. The first crack, a draw against Brentford.
A third of the season to go, and as the relentless itinerary rapidly chisels away at the shape of the...
At the time, it didn't feel like a big deal. Just dropped points, one of those games. But then, it happened again. Another slip, this time against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
This is Mane. On the keeper, and Gabriel miss. Oh, it's in! Can you believe this?
The worst team in the league. And suddenly, it wasn't just one of those games anymore. It was a pattern. The dominance wasn't as sharp. The control wasn't as clean. And that aura Arsenal had built, it started to flicker. Then came the moment that really shook them. The Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. A chance to win a trophy. A chance to prove this team was different. But instead, a 2-0 defeat. Flat, passive, second best. And that's when belief took a hit. Because losing a final doesn't just cost you a trophy. It stays in your head. It plants doubt. And from that moment, Arsenal didn't look the same. Then came the real shock. The FA Cup, knocked out by Southampton. a championship side, and not just beaten, outplayed. That's when everything escalated, because now, it wasn't just a dip in form, it was a collapse in confidence. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it did. A loss to Bournemouth, another setback, another blow.
And it was a beautifully constructed goal by Bournemouth.
And now, what started as small cracks has turned into something much bigger. From unstoppable to uncertain, from dominant to fragile. And the scariest part, you can feel it slipping away.
Well, extremely disappointing. It's a big punch on the face. That's what I said to the boys. And now it's about how we react to that. Because the game on is going to require now a big spirit, a lot of fight, and very clear how we're going to approach that. There's no great areas.
And now, we're in April, the business end of the season, where champions rise and pressure exposes everything. Arsenal are no longer flying. They're stumbling. Points are being dropped. Performances are shaky. Confidence, it's fading. That aura they had in February, it's gone. And behind them, lurking, waiting, is Manchester City, the most dangerous team in world football when it comes to title run-ins. They've done this before, over and over again. While Arsenal are slowing down, City are accelerating. While Arsenal are feeling pressure, City are enjoying it. And now, the gap is closing. And this is where Patrice Evra comes in, because what he said suddenly makes perfect sense. It's not about one bad game or one unlucky result. It's about the pattern. Every season, Arsenal give you hope. They build something beautiful, something exciting, something that feels different. And then, right when it matters most, it slips. Not dramatically, not instantly, but slowly, painfully, game by game, until one day you wake up and realize it's gone, and you're left thinking, maybe next season. So why does this keep happening? Let's break it down. First, squad depth. When the season is long, when injuries hit, when fatigue kicks in, you need options. And right now, Arsenal looks stretched. Key players aren't at their best. Some are tired, some are missing. And the replacements, not quite the same level. Second, mentality. This is the hardest part, because talent isn't the issue. Tactics aren't the issue. It's what happens under pressure. When every game matters, when every mistake is costly, that's when you see the difference between challengers and champions. And right now, Arsenal look tense, hesitant, almost like they're playing not to lose, instead of playing to win. And finally, experience. Compare them to Manchester City. This is a team that has been here before. They know exactly what it takes. They know how to handle April, how to handle pressure, how to win when it matters most. And now, everything comes down to one moment, one game, Arsenal versus Manchester City. At the Etihad, this isn't just another match. This is the season. If Arsenal win, they take control again. They silence the doubts. They prove this team is different. But if they lose, it's over. The momentum shifts, the belief fades, and the title slips away. And that's why this hurts so much, because Arsenal are not a bad team. They're not even an average team. They're one of the best teams in the world. But football doesn't reward potential. It rewards timing. It rewards mentality. It rewards execution at the biggest moments. And right now, Arsenal are standing at the edge, about to either break the cycle or repeat it. So the question is, was Patrice Evra right all along? Or is this finally the season Arsenal stop being a Netflix series and become champions? If you think Arsenal still win the league, subscribe. If you think it's happening again, drop a like. Because this story, it's not finished yet.